Show of hands, if you're here during the live portion of this, eventually it will become a video and people will watch after the fact. But if you're in the live chat right now, show of hands, who likes money? Show of hands. I'm going to assume people are starting to put that in there because there's always a bit of a delay. I like money too. And so today's video reviews are going to be a little bit different. We are going to be going in depth on how you can take your content and not only have the best production value possible, but also use your content to make you a whole boatload of cash. And it's not going to mean you have to get monetized. That's not the barrier to entry we're going to talk about here. But there is some other stuff that everyone's going to need to know to take full advantage of that. I do see the hand emojis in chat there. So there we go. That's what we're doing today. There are 2 forms below. And we've also pre-selected a ton of channels because there's some really good examples to share with everybody. So do feel free to use the forms down below to get your channel on the stream later, but we probably won't have as much time for random selection as we normally do. But that is okay because you're going to learn a lot. Get your pens and your papers ready or whatever you take notes on. And then also say hello to Desiree.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Very excited to spend time with everyone today. We're talking about my favorite thing in the world. Not my children, my money, my wallet, the thing that makes me want to create things. I know I'm the worst creator because everyone's all like, you got to create because you love it. You got to do it for free. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't. I'm full transparency. Like that is not where I exist. Sorry, guys that are in that boat. But I think that everyone's going to be excited because I'm talking about lots of good financial opportunities today.
There's a lot. There's a lot of things, and some of it, if you've been in this space a while, you've heard some of this stuff before, maybe not in great detail. And a lot of you are probably thinking, is there a way to make money beyond monetization? I didn't even know. And to both those groups, we will help you out today because there are a lot of opportunities, regardless of what channel, what type of channel you are. There's always something. There's always something you could be doing to building up that to help you build up that business. So you're going to get a nice dose of that today. And then we'll also leave you with some more resources to continue that education by the middle to end of this live stream. We'll get to that in a little bit. So Desiree, tell everybody a little bit about you before we get started.
My name is Desiree Martinez. I love talking about making money, whether it is for my YouTube channel, which you have up so nicely, which is All in One Social Media, which is my social media and video marketing agency that focuses on helping put military spouses to work as social media marketers so they can work anywhere they're stationed around the world. We're offering package-based services to businesses. And I'm very focused on let's help you use social media to get you leads because leads turn into money. And so it's a lot of how to use the algorithm, how to create better, how to focus on things, how to add your call to action in, all the things that are necessary. But I also, because I love being a creator on YouTube, I started the Women of Video podcasting community back in October 2019. And vidIQ is actually our presenting sponsor for the podcast because they believe in our mission to help women creators build economic impact and equality through education, resources, and community. And so we just focus on telling the stories of creators about their journeys, what they've gone through, how they've conquered them, and of course, how they make money. So I think that it's really important to have conversations about money. I think it's stupid. I think the stupidest thing that anyone ever said is you should never talk about politics and money. And I think those are the two subjects that everyone should talk about because then everyone can be informed. I didn't say fight about it. I said talk about it so that people can be informed and know how someone is doing and what's going on. So it's just me. This is my opinion.
Absolutely. I'm doing something in the background, but yes, thank you for that. Everybody go check out All in One Social Media because that is one way you can continue learning about how to leverage your social media in all sorts of ways. I am just doing something here real quick to make our viewing experience a little bit better. And I think that'll do it. There we go. And so Desiree, you helped us select a whole bunch of channels before we got started.
I did.
We're going to tease everybody and not get to those just yet. Because we have these forms here, like I mentioned down below, which we will hopefully get to a little bit today. But I wanted to just honor them a little bit by taking the person who submitted first on each one. And we'll kick this off with them. It's the first non-gaming channel and the first gaming channel. And then from there, a lot of very specific examples we're going to get into. But these are kind of the first time we're seeing these channels. So it should be kind of interesting to see what we come up with on the spot here. This is Power Joy. They're about to hit 2,000 subscribers. They have some incredible thumbnails. Yes?
Did good work. Good work. Getting up to almost 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah, congrats on that here soon. And then why don't we check out their latest video? We'll watch maybe like the first 30 seconds or so, maybe give some pointers and talk about those business opportunities. It looks like what they're doing is taking shorts and maybe like stitching them together into long videos. So I'm
Yeah,
just trying to see if
I
it's
have to
all
say,
of
when I
them.
was clicking through a bunch of the different channels, I was noticing a lot of long form vertical video, and I'm very curious about like why that's happening outside of like maybe they want to chop it up and repurpose it. It's an interesting choice
Yeah.
for sure.
So this one isn't like that. So I'm gonna go to that one
Okay.
because I think it's gonna be harder for us to give kind of examples for these tons of like pre-made videos.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if you can't hear it.
I can hear it. We're good.
Okay. So the video is titled "Cleaning Snow and Ice Off a Car: Satisfying Winter Sounds."
Mm-hmm. So a little ASMR like.
Yeah.
That guy's hands must be so cold.
I know. So it's not really a how-to video or anything like that. It's supposed to be a satisfaction kind of video.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And I can get that. So I think the best thing that ASMR channels can do for like adding in monetization options is obviously everything they're touching or things they're touching with. Like in this case, we have the snow pick thing. Is to the lowest hanging fruit is just to have an Amazon affiliate link down in your description below where you can go pick up your own. The Amazon affiliate program or the associates program is like the easiest thing you can do to start adding in revenue because it just requires such minimal effort. And it's really nice because you're just able to any item that anyone buys, like whether you're like talking to your Aunt Josie about like, oh, I love this tongs I bought for my kitchen here. Let me send you a link so you can buy them.
Yeah.
To like things specifically that are in your videos, like you can make money off that. And what's cool about the associates program versus like the influencer program is that everything that is bought after you click that link for a 24 period of time, you get credit for.
24
So,
hours?
like, 24 hours. Yeah. So, because as long as you don't click someone else's affiliate link, right?
Right.
So if like I said, for like this water bottle, I bought this on Amazon. I had the link to this and they send it to a friend and they buy it. They buy this water bottle, but then they also like, well, if I'm going to buy a water bottle, I also need to have like a cool holder for it. I need some stickers to deck it out. And then they buy those on Amazon. Everything in that order, I get an affiliate, I get a fee for, I get like a kickback and it's a percentage. And what's cool about the affiliate program is like different items have different dollar amounts. So people always get all excited about like tech, but tech has like the lowest payout. It's like 1.5%. It's actually home items. Home items are the best. They have 4% return on stuff. So like my number one selling item from my Amazon program is a hose hideout. It's like a house. It's like a little square you put your hose into, like for watering your yard into. And I sell like a bazillion and just showed off how the thing worked, right? So it's just one of those things. So if you can get into the associates program very easily just by Googling Amazon Associates program, and then you're able to get links for everything on Amazon. And then you can just put those in your description. If you really want to go get fancy on your screen, you can be like, make your own sounds just like this item in the link in the description below. Like you could have that text on screen to really draw that attention to it. And then if you want, as you continue to grow and you get more and more fancy, you can get into like the merch situation. Then you can just be like, you could do like a whole ASMR video about your merch, like how my merch sounds when I open it and what I wear it. And this is it in the dryer. This is in the washing machine. This is me wearing it. Like, like that whole like fun part of it. Cause I think the ASMR, there's a lot of opportunities, like things you can do with your merch that are pretty cool.
Yeah. I love those ideas. And we're that, I would say those are going to apply to almost every channel we look at today. So it's good to just get that out of the way now. Like the items we see on screen today, if you can buy it on Amazon, for example, I mean, stuff is bought everywhere, but Amazon has that associates program. Like I saw the snow scraper. I knew exactly what you were going to say. Cause I'm like, okay, where's the link to that?
I want to talk about this for a second. This is some you, me in the audience time. Let's talk about influencer programs for a moment, shall we?
Yeah.
So Your girl makes probably anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000 a month passively with the Amazon influencer program. It's not the associates program. The associate program is what you just talked about. It's where you share a link and you get a commission. The influencer program is where you're able to create videos about products. Again, this water bottle, I make a video about it. Okay, this is what this video looks like. This is what it sounds like. This is how I use it. Like, this is like just what it looks like. It's all about the product, not about me, right? And so I put the video up as an influencer in the influencer program, which you have to apply for. I get money for. And so I've talked about this before. I have a whole episode on the Women in Video podcast. Everyone go listen, apply, go make money. There's so much room for everybody right now, unlike the associates program, which I think is kind of like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's not affiliate links. It's the Amazon influencer program.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah. And so it's one of those things. It's kind of like, it's a very specific like thing. I will share with you my store. See if I can get that up there. Let's see if this is it. So this is like my store. Let me share my screen here. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is I think everybody should make money because I don't want to keep, I talk about this a lot on my channel. I talk about this a lot on the podcast. So this is my storefront. And so the storefront is part of the influencer program. So this up here, right? So this thing right here at the top, this is for the associates program. We're not talking about this. So this is where any item I search in here, I pull up a link, I use this text, I get a link that I can use. We're not talking about that. This is the Amazon influencer program. So you apply with your YouTube channel. Your YouTube channel does not need to have as many things to think. I think that you can probably get in with 1,000, if not. Now, when I applied, I think I had 5,000, and that was years ago. And Amazon is really pushing this program because what they want is for everyone to like go live, and they want everyone to sell merch. So what I do is I make videos about the products I sell or that I buy. It's all stuff I buy. I bought for myself, for my
and these
home,
videos live on Amazon.
These Amazon videos live on Amazon, and they're so simple and basic. So like, let me. So like this, my son takes his lunch.
It's that time of year where
to
we
school,
needed to
and I needed these bags, like reusable bags, to send him his lunch to school. So when you click on this, let me put it in here so make sure it goes. So when you click on the item, it goes into the item. So you scroll down to the bottom. You're gonna scroll until you see videos for this product. So this is where this lives. So someone watches it because they want to know about the product. They watch it, and then they buy it, or if and then I get a commission off of that. So that's how I am making money with the Amazon influencer program. So I'm not talking about this just because I want everyone to sign up for the influencer program, which you should totally do. You can qualify with your TikTok, your Facebook page, your Instagram, or your YouTube channel. I just had a friend of mine that applied to their TikTok channel, had 2,000 subscribers. She got it. Like, so it's not a big barrier to entry right now. I want to talk about creator influencer programs because everyone is getting in on it.
Can I ask a question before we?
Oh yeah, please.
So when you sign up with your YouTube channel, are you linking the channel to Amazon in such a way where people are like, oh, like Dan on YouTube, who makes other specific videos about other things, made this video? It's
literally a qualifier.
Okay.
So you'll put your account in, like the link to your account or the name of your account, and then it goes and looks and sees, okay, how many followers, how many subscribers do they have? And like, what's their activity like? Are they posting regularly? What are their views like? Like, it's very quick. It's a robot analyzed situation. So if like you have 1,000 subscribers, but you haven't posted in a year, you're probably not going to qualify. Right. So it's kind of one of those things. So I went like all out on it too. Like the beginning of the year, especially, I was making like 5 videos a day, very simple with my phone, like trying to be really aggressive because I was trying to replace some lost income that I had from the previous year because I just wanted to focus on something different. And so it's been working out really well for me. But I think it's important to talk about how these influencer programs are really just like having a moment because everyone's getting it. So Walmart is doing this and Visa is doing this. They recently announced that they have influencers. So you can apply now for the early access to Walmart's creator program. They've launched it with like a couple of really big influencers that they're probably paying outside of the creator platform to get people in test their platform and test how it works. Because like just like everything is available on Amazon, the second store everyone really shops at and does is Walmart. And so Walmart has realized that they're losing money to Amazon, and so they're trying to incentivize people to come back into store and buy more online, things like that. And they're like, well, let's talk to influencers because they have our people.
That is really powerful. And you know what's kind of cool about it is you don't need to have a channel that is about a specific product or anything. It's literally an opportunity for you to look at products you already love that you would absolutely vouch for, and use your creative skills as video creators that you already have, and just post different videos in a different place. And I think what's cool about this, I'm already getting excited because this isn't something I've had my eye on at all. And the videos I make here at vidIQ are me talking to the camera about YouTube advice. And then I have my own stuff that I'm playing around with video games and things like that. But I don't get an opportunity to take cool things that I have and show them to my audience, because I know in both cases, the audience, that's not who I'm, talking to. Like for this mug, for example, I like this thing and I would maybe tell people about it, but where am I going to put that video? Well, make the video, get into one of these programs and put it there.
Exactly. And it's one of those things that's like you're able to I qualified with my all-in-one social media channel, which talks about social media, but I have literally, you guys saw, I put the link to my store into our chat, guys, so you want to check it out, and you can see like the quality and like what I'm doing. Like they're very simple, but what I also then do is I create lists, and my lists I can make themed specifically. So if people like when I do play a video, like I did a video about my studio in my house, I made a list like the at-home studio YouTube, and so I have this list in here, and so then people can go look and see, okay, these are all of my things if I wanted to go buy them because I like them from what Desiree uses. So I have this whole list section, idea lists that you can create things into, like books every creator should read and kitchen organization. Like I just kind of put them together. And then I have live streams, so you can go live in here for different purposes, like a traveling live or a live stream. Like I'm live gaming right now, and here's all of the stuff that I'm using for gaming. Like you have all of this stuff. There's again all the videos that I've done, like I said. So go check out, if you want, just go check out my store. I put the link into the chat, so you guys can go check it out. So you can just kind of see, like, you don't have to click anything. Please, you do zero obligation to buy anything. Like don't, in fact, like go in their incognito mode. I just want you to learn how you can do it because it's so simple and it's so easy. And like I said, this is the same thing you'll be able to do like with the Walmart creator program. And I would not be surprised if like Target did one too. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing them for other kinds of brands and things like that, because like it's just one of those things, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So
yeah, I'm dead serious. This is something I'm even going to look into. This is like, kind of mind blowing. It's
you have a very unfair advantage is you can message me and ask me, how'd you do this? What do I do? Am I doing this right? What's the link for this? Can you look at this for me?
Everyone loves giving free advice to their peers too,
I do for you, Dan. I do for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll get back to looking at some channels.
But yeah, so I wanted to make sure it's important. Like I think, because we're talking about money and ways that you can make money. Like this is the Amazon influencer and the Walmart creator programs are really great extensions for what we're trying to do, so that we can, so you can make more money. It's really great.
Yeah. So everyone should go check that out. And here, it's just a good example. 27% of you are over 1,000 subscribers, according to this poll. That's fantastic. So that already, you're probably thinking like, maybe I can get qualified for this. What do you know the threshold offhand, or?
It's a comment. They want you to have an audience. They want you to be active. There's no threshold.
Okay. So there you go. There's definitely some opportunities here for sure. Excuse my alerts going off in the background. I will go ahead and
I'm putting the link too in the chat on YouTube. That is to the program to apply. Then I will do this for a couple different things while we chat. So I pay attention to the chat, and if you are watching the replay, go pull up the chat so you can get to them.
I'll pin that one for now.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So who's our next channel? It's a gaming channel, right? Is our next
Yes. One? So this was the first gaming channel that's submitted on our form, but they are a FIFA channel. So you wouldn't really think gaming when you click in here, but I think that's what we're looking at. They're using FIFA as their platform here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll look at this video. It's 21 minutes long. We'll maybe give some. Oh, you know what? I wanted to give a couple production tips before we move on from this channel.
Oh yeah,
Real quick. I was gonna say, like, I think this is cool. They got a lot of views. One thing I would have liked to see when I got into this video was the car zoomed out. I would like to see the progress of how much snow was on the car before, and that just adds to the visual satisfaction. There's an audible satisfaction here, but the visual satisfaction of a car getting clean, like multiple camera angles, would have been really cool for this, I think.
And I think also too, it's important if you're doing something with ASMR, you need to be really conscious of your background noise. You can hear the shh, like the general outside noise. It kind of keeps you from the true thing of what you're trying to do. So really get in there with that mic, make sure it's really focused.
Yeah, but overall, really good stuff, really good views. So we'll move on to the next one here. They've got over 500 subscribers, and this video was put out about a month ago. We'll just watch a little bit and see what we're looking at here. So already I'm kind of thinking not going to be a lot of commentary, if any at all. Like there's not like a host to this channel, someone I can like relate to, get to know. And I would say what they're doing is interesting here, because the to be continued was like this hook, and it took me a minute, but what we're seeing is like the character's about to score, and we don't get to know yet whether or not that went through. But it wasn't clear because they stayed zoomed out. Like if you had zoomed in on the action, that would have been helpful. So and this to be continued screen is very, very long as well. But I think those are my initial tips just for production, from a production standpoint. Like what could you do to make this content a little more engaging? And it's I need to hear you. I think
I was just gonna say, you need to have a conversation. You've got to be having a conversation with your viewer, because even when I sit and watch my kids and my husband play games, and we're talking to each other, so it just seems very unnatural and uncomfortable. Like I feel like if I'm gonna watch this, I'm like here for a specific clip. Like you've promised me, like the trick shot no one thought you could make, kind of a thing. Like that's what I think I'm gonna be here for. And so just we're missing that. But I mean, and it's 41 views in 4 weeks, so I think that kind of tells you kind of why. And I would also make sure to take some time to fast forward through slow motion parts, like picking your teams and that kind of stuff. But yeah, really build an audience. As you can't, from like a monetary standpoint, like if when you're doing gaming specifically, I think it's very meta. This is gaming about gaming. It's a gaming of games. But anyway, it's like your financial opportunities is with building your community and building those relationships. Like this is where, the sayings happen, like the words that come out of your mouth in the spur of the moment that turn into shirts and merches and cups and stuff happen. It's where people want to buy from you and trust you and all of the things. This is how you build up so that FIFA comes to you for their newest release so you can review it and talk about it. But if you're just a nameless head playing a game, it's nothing. It's literally like you're not building any kind of brand or any kind of recognition of any kind.
Yeah. Super, super important to, put your personality on channels like this. It's kind of like, why wouldn't I just play the game myself? Because like I can see, the interest in an actual football game and people sitting down to watch that, obviously. But even in those cases, there's commentators explaining what's happening, getting you amped up. So if you're hoping people just watch this because they want to see what happens in this fictional game, that's something, but you still need to be the person there, like presenting the content, in my opinion. And I think your views here are kind of speaking to that as well. So yes, I'm glad you brought up that as well, because building a community of people who trust you is how you can get those opportunities for sponsorships down the road, how you can better promote your affiliate links. Maybe you're using a very specialized controller to play the game, and you can, sell that by going and saying, hey, I get an affiliate link to my amazing controller down below. You can never say that if you're not going to say anything. Yeah. So I think that'd be our advice there for sure. Because now I'm kind of wondering who's this video even for. And that's going to be I think the theme here amongst this content. Great for shorts. If you have like an amazing moment of a clip of someone kicking the goal and it, the goalie tries and they just miss it, that could be a great 10-second YouTube short. It doesn't need commentary and it's just some cool music and that happening. That's great. But 21 minutes, of real time, FIFA, it's hard to watch.
It is. Because I don't have a reason to watch.
Right.
The reason to watch is you.
It is YouTube after all.
Yes.
Any chance I get, I try and make a YouTube pun like that.
Yeah, your dad puns are showing. It's fine.
I even have that ready to go.
Rob would be proud.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So our next channel, you chose this one for the remaining channels for a bit now. You've chosen these, and we're going to talk about them.
I chose them not because of what their content is or from bias. It's because it was a channel so we could talk about business, about like how to make, like, these are channels that have a foundation that we can turn into businesses. I'm here for that business audit life.
Yes. We are going to be diving deep on that today, but I want you using your imagination. If you're looking at this and going, well, I'm not a chef channel, so this doesn't apply to me. Yes, it does. There's always something that you can take and bring to your content. So don't immediately check out if you're not seeing your channel on the screen or a channel like yours. We're trying to make this so that there's something here for everybody. And the first video here, I guess we should look at is, are you being underpaid?
Yeah.
I have some tools that can help. Unless there's a specific video you want me to.
No. So again, this was one of those situations where it was like, I thought it was really interesting. If you look and hover over, it's a lot of vertical videos that are long form. And so it's very, like, I like this idea of him having a one-on-one conversation with the camera and talking about something.
Yeah, let's check it out. We'll watch the first few seconds.
How do you know how much that you're supposed to be making at a job? I want you to be paid the value that you're actually worth. I'm going to talk about some tools today and show you how you can use those in order to get the pay that you want. The problem is pay rates are different all over the country and even in other places. In fact, here is a list of different pay rates.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said, out the gate, it's got good cuts, it's got good jumps. The only thing that would make it better if there was text on screen, but that's if it was a short form video, and this is not. This is a long form video. He's choosing to do vertically. And I have a feeling that he probably also could like take this over to TikTok and do different stuff with it too. So I love the topic. Like, are you being underpaid? I think it's a very good title. I have some tools that can help you. I think I'd probably get rid of the line cook wages explained because it seems to be narrowing your audience a bit. But because she goes, I know you're talking about like right now in the video, where it's like 28 seconds in and it's already in there. But what I like for them from like a finance, like I said, it's a good out the gate branding with like the Street Chef Project. Do I know how your chef project has to do with your content? I'm sure if I watched the whole content and as I got into it, I could get it explained better. If you wanted to qualify yourself at some point in the video about like who you are, what you do, that opportunity is available to you. But I think from a financial opportunity, from a business perspective, is one, really dig into like what's working and create content for humans, not for algorithms like you are. Because this is a big thing everyone's really talking about right now. So she's really like going into like everything costing $1 million. But he could do a lot of really fun things about the creator economy, like side hustles, side gigs that he could do, like all that kind of content to really dig into it. And then he could just build a really solid affiliate program underneath him for all of those different organizations that he's suggesting, because like a lot of them will have like a referral fee or a sign up fee, so that he can get money from. He could, and as he builds that platform out, especially if it's like talking about jobs and opportunities, companies that are hiring, because everyone's hiring and struggling to find people, they could sponsor his content to help them find good qualified workers, and then maybe give them almost like a finder's fee, like what you would do like a recruiter. Like a recruiter gets a finder's fee from the company because they gets hired and stays for a certain amount of time. So I think that there's a lot of like those kinds of opportunities for this channel for making money.
They're using their personal experience to like really, really well. They're playing to their strengths, which is going to make for really, really engaging content with a lot of credibility behind it. I wanted to talk about the vertical thing for a minute because I thought to myself, okay, so YouTube is doing a really good job of supporting vertical content with shorts, obviously. Maybe there's a strategy here. Maybe they're trying to cater to people who want to hold their phone vertically. So I did a test. I pulled up the channel on my phone. And so I'll show you this. But basically what we're going to do, I'll just put myself full screen real quick if I can find my cursor. Whoop, there we go. Okay, so this is their channel. And if I click on one of your videos, like the one we're watching, it is
full screen,
which is pretty cool, but I think it's cropped in even more. We still have the title and everything down here.
If you pull it down, it gets rid of it's like you have to like pull the bottom down and like usually, or hit the full screen button in the corner. Yeah, usually you can make it full screen better. Like, yeah, if you look in the other side, there's if you hit that, it puts you in full screen mode and then it gets rid of everything. And so you have more of the screen to view,
Yeah.
like a short or a
So
TikTok video.
this is something you can do. Now, what's funny is like when I clicked into it the very first time when I was doing this behind the scenes, I actually had to tell my phone to rotate it.
Oh,
And
interesting.
there was a rotate button on the video from YouTube, and I clicked on it. But now, ever since I did that, they're all opening like that. So I was going to say you have to watch out for that. But now maybe YouTube caught up with what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. Like people who want to shoot their videos like this, I will. Oh, here's what I did. I turned my phone sideways, and then it put it. And then the rotate button was just there a second ago.
Yeah.
You can see it if my phone focuses here. Yeah, rotate. So I can now click this to rotate it back. But if I just rotate my phone and it keeps up with me, there you go. So that's really, really cool.
Smart.
Yeah.
It's very smart because it's very much like 80 something percent of people watch YouTube on their phone and at some point, whether they probably pair it with like TV, they also probably pair it with the desktop. And I know for our purposes, because we're live streaming, we have to have the desktop view.
Mhm.
But I think it's a smart way to build that conversation and kind of catch people. The only thing about this is that doesn't work in his favor is that there's not the short shelf. So this does
Right.
not get to utilize the short shelf opportunity. And so it's tapping into the long form content algorithm piece. So, and I like how he's doing the whole situation with his thumbnails being and putting them on there too. So maybe the missed opportunity here though is not repurposing for shorts.
Yeah.
Because you could have a thing at the end of it that's like, go watch the full video and point to the card and it can take you to watch the full video.
There's probably some really good opportunities for just really quick tips. And they're going to get to the people who are expecting to watch videos vertically. That's my only fear with your content is that maybe it's not reaching as many people as it could because YouTubers or YouTube viewers get in there and they see that it's vertical and they get like confused because they're on desktop. So they're looking for a desktop viewing experience and you're giving them a mobile viewing experience. But that said, maybe you've looked into your numbers, maybe you've tested both, and maybe this works better for you. So you have the data, we don't. All we can do is kind of give our outsider perspective here. But I would be using, because you have YouTube Shorts, if it were me, and you are using Shorts, which is good, if it were me, this would be my vertical opportunity, and this would be my horizontal opportunity. Because if you think about it, people who are watching on their phones, but looking for vertical videos, they're searching for videos, they expect vertical videos, it's going to be very confusing to them that your videos or horizontal videos. I keep saying the word vertical when I meant horizontal. Let me try that again. People are on their phones, but they're using search and they're expecting horizontal videos. And your videos come up vertically and they're like, oh, and so it's a small thing, but now they're having to rotate their phone where, but they were already in like chill, I'm going to watch horizontal video mode.
Yeah. And it looks like the reason that Street is all of his videos are about the food industry.
Yeah.
And I think that that's pretty great. I love the thumbnail, the Be an Awesome Trainer. I think that is a great thumbnail. Like more of those. I'm not a big fan of the one that we just watched with the weird like blob behind it. It feels like a real missed opportunity. And I think they were kind of covering up the distressed chef a bunch with that as well. So
what if it was a chef or you opening your wallet and it was empty? Like just visualize that rather than using text.
Yeah.
Find ways to like visualize what you're saying. I'll also say this, just knowing, this is going back to knowing your audience, like who your content's for. If you're looking for content about the food industry and it really revolves around getting a good job, getting paid more, I feel like you're doing that at your computer, right? Because you might be on Indeed on another tab looking for jobs actively. So again, I would look at your data and see where do people, and YouTube will tell you this, where do people watch your content the most? And I would cater the content to them. Just that's just my tip for you.
I'd also like to make the recommendation from a profile picture perspective, make it you. Like, I feel like you are kind of the strong one here and that's what your thumbnail should be.
Yes.
You can have your logo on there. Like I said, I love that you have the QR code there. I think you might want to make sure that your header is formatted for mobile and for TV appropriately, because I have a feeling it gets cut off on the sides. Yeah, but right. I really think that the profile picture should be you. I think that that'll be more unifying for you, especially because like we're literally like up in your face for your video content. So really just make it that one. Like I love that one again, whether it's like the one that's of you, where it's like the expert chef, or like where you're like sitting there with like the things crossed, like that arms crossed where it says chef. there's your profile picture. Like, I think it'd be
Yeah.
great.
That would be a fantastic profile picture. Cropped
Yeah, and then
into
you
your
can
arms.
do the yellow background behind it for that pop.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
that's a black outline. Sold.
So there you go. A lot of different tips there. We went into channel audit mode too. So I hope everyone is taking notes.
I think
We're going
it's
to
just
stay on them.
happens. We can't help it.
It needs to happen. I got to stay on them because there's a lot of folks out there who are waiting for their channel specifically, and
Yes.
it might not happen. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of you here today, which thank you, by the way. The Veldman Way, 115
Yes.
subscribers. Looks like
Yes,
they're
so
doing.
I always like to pull channels that we don't normally see on these live streams. I know we usually do a lot of gaming channels and stuff, but I think there's something to be said for variety of content. So
Yeah.
first of all, with the Veldman Way, I think that we need to readjust your background for your cover image. It is not working for you. The color is, but the weird texture is not. So I would really streamline that into like one color, and then like your two fonts just don't coordinate really well together. So I would readjust that, making them a bit bigger. And then for your profile picture, you are the focus, but your background that's behind you is distracting. So again, use that same solid color that you would do for your header in your thumbnail, so you can really pop off of the screen with it. Like backgrounds like are great, but not on profile pictures. So, and then also like from like a thumbnail, I love her community pictures. She did.
Well,
Like I said, these are really good.
It looks like just one for now, but I would definitely. This is what I would say is like if you're making videos, take stills from your videos and use them in your images for
Yeah,
your
and
tab.
it's a great way to like really pop up your community. Like the community tab is so underutilized. It's from 12 days ago, so my guess is probably like a new feature for her. So really just like dig into those. Never start posts with "Hey everyone." Just like dive into a question or like a what we're cooking or how people are feeling from like a community perspective, because people's attention spans are growth. I always say like you should never start a video saying anything that's like introductory, whether it's a YouTube video, a TikTok, a post. Like never like, "Hey everyone," like you've lost me. I want something that's like, "Need easy meal tonight for dinner because you forgot to take out something to thaw." Like that would be like a good, I'm speaking to myself, of course, but a good way to like to start. I also wanted to mention some like things too about her stuff. Like I like one of the things about the like cooking space, the crafting space is kind of these cluttered thumbnails, and nothing would make me happier if we got away from that. I know it worked for a minute, but now even seeing it on my computer screen, like I can even imagine seeing it on my phone. It's so small, it's so busy, and it's hard to like know what I should focus on and pay attention to. And then the fonts, like scribbly, swirly, cursive fonts do terrible on thumbnails.
It's really, it makes it hard to read, especially because these get shrunken down on mobile and everywhere else.
Yeah.
This is a great font. I can't put my cursor on it because it keeps playing the video, but this is a great font. I would say that for the linen closet makeover, this is a situation where I would show the finished product. I wouldn't hold back on that because this just looks like a pile of pixels to me. But I can see the closet there. Like just two clean shelves is all you needed for the linen closet like point to get across. Like I cleaned this. I did this.
And this might be something to test. I would test your content with and without yourself in the thumbnail.
Yes.
Because I feel like when we're talking about food and home and crafts, you might be the facilitator of it, but you're not the star of it. So really reconsider having yourself as part of it, unless you're doing something that's you specific, like make this with me, or like ask me your crafting questions. Like then I'd pull yourself into the thumbnail. But I really think that for your purposes, like really focus on.
Yeah.
And then less collage, please. Like it's just too much to look at. Like at home and home goods Christmas 2022 couture. You're trying to do too much with your title. You obviously are regurgitating your title into your thumbnail. And so like 4 words or less, please. And you might not even need them if you can do your thumbnail right, because it's a image driven thing.
Yeah.
I want, like I said, and then titles, don't capitalize everything. Don't do that. Like,
yeah. Capitalize like 1 or 2 words
read.
for emphasis, but capitalizing the whole thing you might as well capitalize none of it. You know, like
Right.
you can use that capitalization for impact on certain words, and it looks more eye catching.
Like her Cook With Me Friday, I'd switch it. So quick and easy
Mini meatloafs.
then say cook with me Friday.
Yes.
Like focus on the recipe and then show what it looks like, of course, after you've been live, if that's what you're doing in that situation. But yeah, afterwards. So really focus on that. So from a business perspective, one of the things that I love about like these kinds of channels, like foods and crafts and home stuff, is the opportunity to make your own product.
Oh yeah.
So this might seem ambitious, and I know that you're like, girl, I'm at like 400 something subscribers. Slow your roll. It's never too soon and never too early to start thinking about like what your signature collection, your thing could be. So one of the things though that I feel that is working against your channel is that you're doing crafts and you're doing home organization and you're doing cooking. And so these are 3 separate things. Yes, it falls into the homemaker category, but like a great example is Six Sisters stuff. They are literally 6 sisters that do food all over the internet. And each sister is in charge of a different part of the business. And so Kristen is in charge of the YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is just all about food. And she does a really, really great job with what she's doing in it, and like that's all she talks about. Like they got their really big popularity came from Instant Pot stuff, and then they've evolved into more stuff as their channel grew. I think like once she hit the 100,000 subscriber mark, she went into like the next kinds of content so that she wasn't too pigeonholed. I think she was just really sick of her Instant Pot, but she really just like goes into like all these food things. So pick something you really like to talk about. You can talk a lot about while you're in a growth place, and that should be what you talk about.
Really good channel, and it's always good to look at channels like this that are at the top of their game to like get that inspiration for your channels. So try and find the channels in your space, whatever you do on YouTube, that are doing the best, like and the ones that are the aspirational channels, the ones you want to be one day. And if you work to make incremental improvements across your content, like while using them as inspiration, don't compare yourself to them. It'll drive you mad.
No, don't do that.
You're just trying to get that inspiration. Like now you can see what's possible. Like when you know you continue to make these incremental improvements, and you don't have to do it all overnight. It's just like things. Just every video you make, try and just 1% better, 1% better, and keep cranking it up. So let's watch like a few seconds. This is a 25-minute video. It got 268 views a few days ago. And we'll just kind of see. It already started off with some action, which is cool. So let's kind of see what we're in for.
I would have voiceover.
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Veldman Way. If you're new here, my name is Ashley, and I post videos about...
So, classic mistake here, Desiree, I think.
You introduced yourself.
Yeah, three classic mistakes. Your intro with just music. I would say we were, like Desiree said, we're kind of expecting like some commentary or something underneath that, just so it feels like the video is starting right now. You know, it's kind of like a what's to come, but you can still use that same B-roll, but already jump into your video.
I think her talking could have been over all of that.
Yes.
And I would say never talk about what the people know what the channel is, because they can see at the bottom. It's right down there in the corner. You don't need to talk about what your channel is about, because you just said so in lifestyle, homemaking, mom life, chaos, which again, too many things. Like I said, people will know what your channel is about because of the content you're creating. I know that you do vlogging and lifestyle because I saw you cleaning, which I liked. I liked the footage of you cleaning. I think it gives a context of like, this is who I'm getting into with this video with. Just need is like, I think it should talk about like, all right, I just need you to come clean with me or something like that, or like whatever the purpose of the video is, just get into it. One of the things I've been really working on, even my own channel, like my intros, I think are too long because I keep getting the big drop offs. And I'm like, I think I might just like completely give up context for my videos. Like, you're struggling, you're doing all this. I might just get into like, okay, this is what the video is about. Let's talk about it. Like, let's just do this. Like, no layout, no warm up, just like get it done. Like, go into it just to stop the drop offs. And then you can use pop-ups to introduce yourself.
Right. When you get to your talking head portion, I was gonna say, I don't like these intro screens. We talk about these a lot. I would get rid of these branded intro screens completely, especially if you're not going to talk over them. Like if it's just music, it's just this, like what you've done. If you look at your retention, it may reflect this. What you've done is given people an invitation to click away, because it's kind of like the video we're 10 seconds in and nothing's happened yet. And then, yes, think about your new viewers, and you were, but I kind of feel like you weren't also considering your returning viewers, which I don't say often, but in this video, like you're already announcing who you are, if you're new here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But don't worry about that. Like, impress the new viewers. I want you to think about them in the sense of you're trying to woo them into coming back to your channel.
Assume that they're not
invested.
Stupid. They're already invested. They're already clicked. They're already watching it. Like when we say, hi, new people, welcome back, old people, like that's like a podcasting live streaming thing. The video is about capturing someone's attention and keeping them there as long as possible. I do a masterclass on YouTube for Business. And one of the things I say is, I respect people's time so much, you will never hear me breathe in a video. My human functions are beneath your time. And I know that sounds, because it's like a chuckle situation, but it's literally like anything that can take someone away from your channel, like don't do it.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, with the money making opportunities, like it would be in the product. I think you could make your own product. You have the opportunities to do like a gift box. And if you want to focus on recipes, craft, and cleaning, like you could have a box that has a craft for this month, a recipe for this month. Like it could be a digital product. I sign up for it and I get a shopping list with directions and videos for the craft, same thing for the food, and same thing for the cleaning. And all the links could go to like an Amazon store or a list. It could be a special deal or promotion that you've worked through with that brand. So like, let's say you want to do cleaning and Dawn dish soap is like pushing their new scent for their little spray soaps. They could be paying you to have access to it for this month. And then you get like you come up with like the cleaning hack for the month, and it features the spray, and then they get a coupon off of the spray to go buy it. And then like maybe you get a percentage of sales, or they've just paid for access to your list. So a list is going to be really helpful for you. Then you could do like a digital subscription for those 3 things to help everyone. I know I would love that, because something I can do with my kids is something that I can do for my home that I didn't think about needing. It gives me a new recipe, because I am always trying to find new ways to feed my family, because we all of us, every human being ever gets into a food rut. So new, quick and easy things where it includes a list, a place where I can just click buy all, like that is a great opportunity. So a digital product around something like that would be hugely helpful. And if you're able to get into a point like where even you have your own physical product, so maybe it's like a bag, a cleaning supply, a physical cookbook, like Six Sisters stuff, they have a physical cookbook. That's the kind of thing to kind of think through what you would want to do in the future for that.
Yeah. A lot of opportunities with channels like this. So we've given you a lot of tips there to work with.
Go forth, make changes, come back so we can review your progress.
Yes. Good luck to you. Let me close a couple tabs here, and we'll get on to the next one here, which is Scrambler Stories, telling stories on motorcycles.
Yes.
Pretty clean and simple there.
Yeah. I think their thumbnails are awesome.
Yeah. Good use of text here. Just a few words, really easy to read.
Yeah. It's so good. I
love this one.
Yeah. I really like the floody trails where it's the motorcycle through the water.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I really like. That's what drew me in. So I just thought this is a great example of a good channel that's on, I think, a good growth trajectory. I just think that maybe what you're missing, while you have a good foundation and design for your thumbnails, what you're missing is the pop, the draw in. Like, so maybe rather than flooded trails, you could do something like my bike took in water or something like that.
Yeah, right. Like what happened?
Water and it's your bike. Like take, some sort of really powerful thing, like why you must go the first time at the Barber Vintage Festival. I don't think that's what you want. That's kind of the purpose of the video. I want you to watch this video because I want you to go, but it should say something more powerful and shock or awe, surprise. Like I always ask myself when I am talking to my thumbnail designer, and he's told me this, I need you to tell me how you want people to feel when they see your thumbnail. And it's usually paired like, what emotion do you want them to have? I want people to feel shocked. I want people to be confused. I want people to feel relieved. I want people to feel like a very strong motion to bring people in. So I think where you could take your channel farther and have more success is using your same design, your same fonts, and just better words.
Yeah.
Better words and powerful titles.
Yeah. I like this one because it says 2,000 miles to go, you know, so that's like, oh, that's interesting. So you get a sense of like a distance there, like there's some stakes there. There's a goal. You can tell it's going to like be a thing. And then the titles in every video are what I have a biggest problem with because they're very matter of fact. They're very like, you know, a place that I'm at, thing that I did, but it's storytelling on bikes according to the banner. And if you're telling cool stories, like give us a hint of that in the title, like give us a little taste of like what happened while you were doing your thing at the place you were at.
So with your miles to go, rather than saying miles to go, I would say how many miles total.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to the point, like 9,628.92 miles. And then my title would be like, this took me 45 days.
Yeah. You're like, maybe you're trying to cross America on a bike or something.
Yeah. And I can kind of get that because that's what it says, like the night across America.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe that's what I got.
I would think it'd be something like, it took me 48 days to go across America. That's the story. Oh, okay. Right. So really just like pulling them into the story versus like riding through the night across America. I feel like when I see the title, I'm expecting like a GoPro on a helmet and it's just driving through Nebraska at night. Like that's what I think of the title should be. So I think you can just really push these titles so much further. And put like, here's what I would do. First of all, you need to have vidIQ Pro boost. And then I would take this exact title that you have, I would put it into the AI title generator and it'll make it way better for you. The thing I love about the vidIQ AI title generator is I can put like the idea I have for a thumbnail or for a title into it, and it takes it and makes it better. It isn't like, here's the exact keyword I need to be made into a sentence, like a keyword, like title dot, what is it? It's like, there's like a title keyword generator. It takes your phrase and puts it into pre-generated titles. It thinks of a new one based on what I'm trying to do. And I think that it could be a way better way to redo it.
So just some examples. I did this. One place to start with this is like, how do you want to rank? Like who's the content for? And that'll help you get some good words to kind of feed this thing. But if you have boost, you can just keep refreshing this and trying different ideas. Biking 2,000 miles, like something like that. An incredible journey, tips to make the trip, what it was like, the ultimate guide. So like our title generator is trying to encourage you here to like put some intrigue, put some interest, and you may not use any of these exact titles, but it kind of gets you thinking of what like a well-constructed title here could like, be for these types of videos. So yeah, like definitely thank you for that call out. Definitely a recommended tool for this scenario. I'm
gonna share my screen just to show you, Mike. So this is what you're seeing in his is if you're doing it from the studio. If you're doing it from the app, that's what I'm talking about, because the app is a 10,000 million times better experience. So if I'm doing biking across America, I'm getting these kinds of titles, like from coast to coast on a bike, cycling across America, and it's giving me not these specific words, it's giving me like an idea, for it. I could say motorcycle across America. And so then it's gonna give me these different sort of ideas of things that I can do. An epic journey. Why motorcycles riders across America are at risk, or motorcycle journey across America. Like getting these different sort of ideas. Motorcycle across America, thrilling and insane. Like that's what I love about the title generator in vidIQ. I do this all the time for my stuff, like social media marketing, and it gives me ideas, or like TikTok videos reels, and it just comes up with sentences for me. Like, there's my video I'm gonna make, because I just struggle with it. Like, I know what I want to talk about, but I'm not great at titles. Which is ironic since I've been doing marketing for 13 years, but I just need that help, and so that's like, use the tool. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it is linked down below, of course, and that was app.vidiq.com. So all of not all, but a lot of our tools exist in there. But you get more screen space because it's not competing with YouTube for real estate. But yeah, a lot of those tools exist in those two places. You can use them in your video editing, and then you can use them on the app. So there you go. So let's watch just a little bit of one of the videos. We haven't watched the video yet.
Yeah.
Let's kind of see what we're in for here.
How far can you ride without getting a hotel for the night?
So already we're seeing B-roll, but you're talking over it, like we've been saying about a couple videos today.
So good too.
Yep.
That's nice.
Can you ride through the night without sleeping? By this point in the fall of 2021, I had done multiple rides over 1,500 miles where I rode through the night without stopping at a hotel. But
Dangerous,
now I
don't
was
do
going
that.
to try to ride 2,000 miles to Tucson without stopping, straight through the night. And, well, it didn't quite go as planned.
This is great. This is a great introduction. Gives us context, visual cues. I am invested in this story.
Yes. And these are the stakes right here. These are the stakes that were not effectively communicated in your title and your thumbnail either. Like, now I know what you're trying to do, and I'm blown away. I'm like, wait, you're going to do what? Like, that sounds dangerous. That sounds insane.
Like, what?
And
How
I
long
want
did
to
you
know.
say? However many miles, riding 2,000 whatever miles straight,
Through
or
the night.
driving 2,000 minutes without stopping. That's the title.
Yep.
You know?
Riding 2,000 miles without stopping.
And then his thumbnail could be something like, I'm so tired, or I regret my decision, or why did I do this?
Yep.
You know, like, that could be what it is. And it could be like him on his motorcycle with his helmet, and like he could have the thing up, and his eyes could be tired, or he could be doing one of these, or like it could be like that emotional connection. Like, I want to know what do you regret? Why did you do this? I have so many feelings and questions, which means I need to watch this video.
Yep. I am too invested in the story, and I think this was a really strong hook that set up something I genuinely want to see. I want to see how this would go. And I'm not someone who's super interested in motorcycles. I wouldn't normally watch videos like this, but you know, if you are a good storyteller, which it's clear that you are, you can get someone to watch anything. You know, it really does come down to your titles and thumbnails, which are good. Like you're getting over 1,000 views on a lot of your videos, which is fantastic. Especially, let's see how many. So you're almost at 8,000 subscribers. This is like a good view to sub ratio. But this content could appeal to a mass audience. Yeah,
I have no desire to motorcycle. I think they're dangerous, and as a mom, it terrifies me. Like, it's a whole thing, like my brain. But I would watch this because I'm interested in the story, because I want to know more about him and what he's doing. And so I think that that's the hook and the pull in, and like keep doing your thing with your stories, man. You got that down. We just need to level up those titles and those thumbnails for sure. And from like a business perspective, because that's what I'm here for, I think that this guy's best opportunity for sales outside of what you were talking about is in merch.
They got an Amazon store link here.
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah. We use semi-rigid bags, a tent, and other bags from Lone Rider. So
Perfect.
Separate website there. So they're using some links there, getting some affiliate sales.
Yeah.
So this is really strong.
Yeah. So I think where this success could happen is going to be with merch. So I think that this guy is able to build merch because his stuff is so visual. I think part of motorcycle culture, from my very limited understanding, is a lot of like what's on your jacket, what's on your bike, you know, handing out stickers to people and having like that association. And so I think if he was to make like limited edition, limited run merch around specific things that he's doing. So like this whole thing, if there's a quote from this, if there's like something that's accomplished from it, this is a common trail or route that people take, like the Route 66, like it's just like a super general example, like you could really dig into that. So you have opportunities with different things, and you can add them into the bottom section of your video. So like you can use Spreadshop. You know, Spreadshop allows for you to print on demand content. And and I have just limited video one up. Like you can put your designs and your quotes up, and then you can align them to certain kinds of merch. So if you do things from a themed perspective, so like we're about to switch out to winter, so sweatshirts and long sleeves and stuff, hot cocoa mugs, that kind of thing. And then you can show your merch, put it with the different colors and stuff. Then I can take these exact designs and I can put them into the bottom section of YouTube. That way I can sell them right then and there. And if you make them specific to videos, if you make them limited run, tap into your community tab. It's a really great way for your community to support you. And so if you do, if you want a really good company that I work with that does shipping internationally, you want to check out Spreadshop. So you're able to create a store in any country that you're in. But like, let's say I'm in America and I have an audience in America and Canada and Australia. I can create shops in those places for local shipping, super cheap and easy. And they do a revenue share. It's very easy to use. And they're kind of the leaders in the space. And what I really like about what they do over others is that they're very creator focused. They have a creator board of directors that help them improve their tool on a regular basis. So I mean, that's what I would do if I were him or any of you guys. We're heading into the holidays. So now is the time to let your community fund your life and help you with what you're doing. Because one of the things that's so unique and cool about YouTube and being a creator is that you get to build a community and talk to people and relate unlike anyone, unlike any other business. Like there's a reason that brands like Starbucks and Target have these like rabid fan communities, is because it's a culture, it's a community that some people can. So you're building that and they want to support you. Merch is an easy, great way to do that.
So we're going to sorry.
No, go ahead.
We're going to get back into looking at some channels here in just a second, but real quick, Desiree, you were recently on a vidIQ Max coaching session with us, and you dove a little bit deeper on some of these topics, correct?
I broke it. I run into like 10. There's like a feedback loop. Sorry.
Oh, is it?
At least on my end. There's like 10. I think I went like 10 different ways that you can make money. And I went deep into them and broke them down, had lots of examples and all that kind of stuff so that everyone could really know what to do from a comprehensive way, because vidIQ is the boss of data, channel growth, all that stuff. But that's what you guys are great at. I'm great at helping you make money while you do it. And so that's why you guys had me come talk about this.
So this was exclusive to those in the vidIQ Max program, and there's a link down below. We got a deal going on, so please do check that out. You get access to not only sessions like the one with Desiree and our group coaches, but you get access to a private Discord server full of creators at all different stages of their journey, some with over 1 million subscribers, who are giving advice to one another constantly. It's a really good support system where, channels are seeing success from joining the program. So just wanted to shout this out real quick, vidIQ Max, link down below, and you can get a lot of benefits there. So next up, we have Give It a Go Bakes. Incredible thumbnails. Love seeing cooking channels like this that are just so good at taking the food and making it look like, fake photo shoot food. Just that's a compliment. Fake photo shoot food looks really good because it's made of, not food. And great photography here.
I love food channels. I think that they are a great way to show how content can, like the capabilities of it. To me, I think of food channels like we see so many gaming channels usually here. I love that food has so many different varieties and options, just like gaming does, and different ways to do it. It's a person who has a product and they're trying to stand out, where it drowns in everyone has a cookie recipe, but why is this one the best? Everyone plays Minecraft, but this is how they do it, right? So it's really just like that comparativelessness. But I also love these photos because these just are Pinterest perfect, and I thought the videos were really good too, especially considering that she doesn't have as many subscribers as other channels do.
Yep.
So
let's take a look.
So there's this one thing that can just wreck your baking before you ever get started. And there's actually a few simple things to help you go from here to here. In this video, I'll show you what that is and 3 simple rules that you can follow to help you be more successful.
I'm worried about the lack of oven mitt in the second shot here.
To here.
Haven't you don't you have hot fingers?
I guess not. I guess I don't cook enough. No, I just a joke. I thought this was a fantastic hook.
Yeah.
You know,
I love
right
her
into the point.
humor.
Yeah.
It's different way for food stuff to start. I love the title. I love the capitalization is on the right word. Just it's good. She gets it.
This is I think this is somebody who is a student of, you know, YouTube. They're really trying to learn everything they can, and the results are showing. This is what it looks like when you make those incremental improvements to your content. Like, this is the point you get to. There's still, I think there's still a little bit here that could be a little bit better. Like, the camera quality, it's something I would invest in the future. Although, let's see,
I think she needs to be in the kitchen. I think the thing that it's because if you can look at her views to this video, her thumbnail is not relevant to what this is. So if I know that baking soda and baking powder are probably like what they're using, but I think that we should show a fail next to a like her versus the like it should be a fail, and then like the good version should be it side by side, so that we can kind of like, well, because I know what to do. Baking soda versus baking powder. Like, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
I'd rather see like this is gonna wreck my baking, like, and it could just be her like all disheveled holding burnt cookies.
Yes.
And it could have been like, and then like there could be a statement on the screen that's like, why or how.
Or the product that's responsible blurred out sitting next to a crumbled cookie or a burnt cookie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like always blur out the secret. The secret's right here, right?
Yeah.
Like it's happening.
So yeah, even more intrigue to be had there. But the photography skills are on point. The Photoshop skills or whatever you're using to make these look so good are on point. You have the skill set. It's the execution, I think, that would have been for this thumbnail. Now that we've seen the hook, we understand the thumbnail's not quite serving the video well.
Yeah.
So yeah, really great.
Yeah. So again, back to the whole idea of like what she can do. Make sure you're building your email list so you can communicate with people. Like I would have like, if this is I would create almost like 2 or 3 opt-ins, like your too good to be free offer, and they should be around like cooking hacks, and then like maybe like recipes that you can always cook or that have to do with sweets or something to get people onto your email list. That way, every time you make a new video, you can email it to all of them, and then everyone can know. When you rely on an algorithm to communicate with your audience, you're just going to be screwed. Take control of your audience by controlling how you get to communicate with them through email marketing. This applies to everybody. I don't care what kind of channel you have. You need to have a too good to be free offer where people can join in on what you're doing and get information from you directly rather than relying on YouTube to do it for you, or TikTok or anything like that. So have a too good, so that way every time you make a new video, everyone wants to go watch it. And that's my advice, to give it a go, bakers, because I think that that's going to be really helpful for you as you keep making all kinds of cool videos and things that people want to watch and learn more about.
Yeah. I mean, look at the thumbnail evolution here. Like, this has gotten so much better. I think, not that they were bad. I mean, even these aren't bad. Mr. Beast thumbnails, nice go there. So this is excellent, really encouraging stuff here, and I just know this channel is going to blow up. Cooking with Caitlin, we've got another cooking channel.
Yep, same thing. Again, different channels, different following amount. I think the biggest difference is you already closed. It's like the biggest difference that you notice is actually in the headers. If you scroll up to Cooking with Caitlin, easy meals for busy moms. Hers on the other one, it was like just a girl who loves to bake desserts. And I think that you notice the big difference. The difference is this is about the viewer. The other one is about her. Yes. And so I think that it's a really important thing to distinguish. I say this all the time. No one cares about you. Sorry, guys. They're in this, like, whenever they're watching your videos, it's always like, how is this video going to help me? And maybe if the video does a good job of sharing information with me, then I'll want to learn more about this creator or get a subscribe and become part of it because I like who they are and what they're about. But it has to start with them. Like, you are Gandalf, they are Frodo, guide them to Mordor, right? Like, that's how this whole situation works.
Yeah. You will be known as you grow. Like, people will understand who you are as you build your community. There's time for that. But your video should always be about the viewer. And I know that people hear that sometimes and they think, yeah, they are, but they're making those same mistakes we see over and over, where it's like, welcome to my channel, I'm so-and-so. And that's how they open their videos, which tells the viewer right away, this video is not about me. I've entered Bob's domain, and Bob wants me to know who he is. Like, he's very concerned. I'm going to make sure that I remember his name is Bob and I know what he's all about before I get any value from this video. And those are the habits we're trying to break here. Because a new viewer doesn't care who you are. Think about you as a new viewer to a new channel. Like, do you care who the host is? You will maybe eventually if they're helpful to you, but not right away. Right away, you're like, I care about this information that I'm looking for. I clicked on this video with a specific purpose, with a specific goal. And if that goal is being met, I'm going to click off of it. And it's no hard feelings. No one's doing it because they don't like you necessarily. They don't get the feeling from the content that they're in the right place. That's why we hammer on and on about these things, because these are the mistakes we see. Now, it's not fair. We're on this channel we haven't seen a thing yet, so we don't know what kind of mistakes they're making.
Let's see what this. Hers is just food, so let's see what she's got going on.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe Halloween is tomorrow. In case you need some last minute treats, I have some super easy desserts for you guys. So come along with me and let's get cooking.
She did two big problems. Number one, hey guys, welcome back. Don't do that.
It's my first time here.
I know. Number two, she dated the content.
She dated the content. Yeah.
I can't believe Halloween is tomorrow. Is that what it was? Yeah. Okay. Nope. It's actually November 2nd. We're basically in Christmas Christmas part 1.
Yeah. You didn't date here, but in the thumbnail you did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to make Halloween content, but you should have made that like a few weeks ago.
YouTube is not about the last minute.
Yeah.
At all. TikTok is, Instagram is, Facebook is, YouTube is about all of the content that's going up on my channel as of right now is all about Christmas. Maybe Thanksgiving. Yeah. But that's all we're talking about now. You should have had this up end of September, early October, and you could have done a couple of these. Then you could have used the month to reshare this content to your community.
Yeah. Hey, I love the production value though. Like
I did, yeah, and I said and that's where like the last minute Halloween treat, like I get that, but when I think last minute Halloween treat, I don't mean like, oh, this video is last minute. It's, oh crap, I need to have a treat for my kids' Halloween party. What should I go look for? And then it's what I'm searching, and that's what should show up, not quick no bake desserts anyone can make. Right. It's so I would redo your thumbnail maybe, and I would delete, because you can go take the clips out. I would delete that section of this video if I was you.
Yeah. Because you can do it. And the reason you would do it is because there's benefits in here that aren't exclusive to Halloween. Now, I get that you're using frostings and stuff. If you disagree with us and you're like, no, like I did way too much Halloween exclusive stuff, it's okay. Take those lessons for the next video. But it's just these would have been great a few weeks ago, because the search would have built throughout the days leading up to Halloween, and people who need a last minute treat would still find this video helpful.
You could even delete this video and save it for next year and upload that. Your production quality might change, but it is what that is. Like, you could save this for next year and put it up in September.
Yeah. Love the use of B-roll. Like, as I'm just scrolling through the content here, I like the different scene switches. I love the lighting, like really strong. A lot of really good stuff going on here.
I love that it looks like someone's actual kitchen, not a staged kitchen, like what we see on bigger, bolder baking.
Yeah, and you're doing a lot. Like, you're giving people a lot, and you put chapters in the videos. So yeah, like, I hope you don't take our criticism as like, oh, they hated my content. It's not that at all.
Loved your content. It was published too late.
Yeah, for sure. And then 15 minutes ago, they have some freezer clean out challenge, how to cook the perfect meal in just 1 hour. So what's the problem right away, Desiree?
Her thumbnails are totally different. It's about her, not about the food. There's not an empty freezer.
Yes. I'm like, where's the freezer?
Or a freezer that's like covered in the ice. And
yes.
If she wanted to put her face in it, she could like make herself into an ice cube in her freezer. But like, it was like a bowl of vegetables. Change it immediately before.
Yes, it's only been 15 minutes. Please, if you're watching, we want to see, open your freezer and show it piled full of stuff, or show it with one thing inside, or something like. I was expecting, when I saw freezer clean out challenge, which I think is a cool idea, I was expecting a freezer in the thumbnail. So that's another thing.
Clean out challenge: how to cook the perfect meal. Those are two separate videos.
That's true. That is true.
Those are two entirely separate videos, and it should be freezer clean out challenge, and then like the thumbnail, like exclamation point, and maybe in parentheses like, "Don't worry, this will just take 30 minutes," right? And then the thumbnail could be the overdone freezer, like, when was the last time you defrosted your freezer, right? But then it could be, then how to cook the perfect meal in just 1 hour. It should be cook the perfect meal in just 1 hour, like not how to cook the perfect meal in just 1 hour.
My thought here is that what they're doing is they're taking junk in their freezer and making a meal out of it, so to clean out their freezer, which is a great concept. And I would have said, like, using junk with all caps in my freezer to make this, or to make dinner, or something like that.
So if that's the case, the freezer clean out challenge, it should be the freezer clean out challenge dash use up everything in your freezer by Christmas.
Yeah.
Or in 4 weeks or something like that. Then that's a totally different context. Then what her thumbnail should be is a half and half, where it's like a frozen meal, like the freezer full of food, and then like the delicious finished meal.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things you can do with the pitch of these videos. Even though this is the video review stream, like, we always get hung up in channel audit mode, because like the first thing about YouTube is getting people to give your video a chance. So it always starts with the title and the thumbnail. Always, always, always. And then we say the video review streams are for getting people to stay on your content once they've clicked. And we tend to do both on Wednesdays, honestly.
And from a business perspective, your little header thing, you have Instagram over there, remove that. Make it a link to your website and do a call out in your graphic that's to your ebook of 30 free, like a month of easy cooking recipes or whatever. Build your email list. Then you can talk to people. And then you can, when you do a challenge, you can like make it like a paid challenge or something like that. And you can charge like $7 for 7 recipes that are guaranteed to be in everyone's freezer. Like, everyone has frozen hamburger. Everyone has a half finished bag of French fries. Everyone has a frozen vegetable. Like, you could totally do that, right?
Yeah.
And then
you would know
money making opportunity.
You're building an audience on YouTube who probably has specific diet like habits. So you kind of know what's in their freezers. So if you're a vegetarian channel, you know what the kind of stuff is in a vegetarian's freezer. So don't worry too much. Like, I don't want to assume everyone has hamburger meat. Well, if you cook with it a lot in your videos, then your audience probably does have hamburger meat in their freezer.
Yeah.
So,
and a video idea for you cooking channels. I would love to do a video that's like 5 kinds of ice you need in your freezer. And the first one is frozen milk. Go forth. Take my idea and prosper.
R&B fishing. Again, really nice thumbnails here. Fishing from a boat for the first time. It looks like we've seen this channel before because we've played this video. So this might be their second appearance here, which is cool.
Well, I didn't know that.
No, that's okay.
I
don't remember it.
I have a couple of points to help him, because I know that the vast majority of people that focus on making good YouTube channels don't focus on building good businesses too. And so they don't. Sorry.
We're busy. YouTubers are busy.
Yeah, but you need your business. You need to be a business that so happens to make YouTube videos, not a YouTube channel that needs to figure out how to be a business. Like, they're two very different things, and I don't want you to be the second one. So I really liked his thumbnails, and I thought they were really good. I thought there could be some minor, like the robot one should be bigger. Or maybe just the robot should be in there.
Yes.
I thought that he had some really fun perspectives, like the first bass, the ice rod, like, it just really good thumbnails. Like, and so I definitely commend him for that. I liked his little fame hack with Ryan Trahan. Like, that was a whole like fun little thing. I would have made the lore bigger, but that's just my opinion. But that all being said, I think from a business perspective for him, again, we've talked about Amazon with the video inputs. He's obviously got a lot of stuff. I feel like what he could do is he could do a lore of the month club. And what he could do is create a lore and it comes in like a little box. Like it wouldn't even need to be a big thing, or even like one of those envelopes, and he could do a lure of the month. He could do this at home. Like this isn't something he'd have to farm out to a third-party vendor who builds the boxes and does all this stuff. He could do this up. He would sign up. He'd have a limited amount. Like I can only do this much month. So I'm only going to start out by selling 50 of these or something. And then he could do a bulk order with the company for the lures, and he could put the lure in, and then he could have a little printout that he does with it, like nice printout, like a nice, like good one, maybe even something he laminates to take with you fishing so that like it doesn't get damaged, like the little things to think through. And it could be like how to use this lure, what bait that you should use on it, like tricks for like to help this lure be more successful for you. And have a video that only his community can access. That's him like fishing with it or something, or like a private chat. Join me while we fish with me with this lure. And that's how he could have his community that he could hype around this kind of thing. Because I think it would just be a really easy subscription he could manage and do himself. That's why I wanted to talk about it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is what he could do. And so that was why I thought would be really cool. So if you have something that you can do very easily, because again, he's talking about lures, he's talking about different fish and stuff like that. I think that there's a really easy, if you can find a way to do this yourself, like, okay, I just know I have to buy these items and I have to do these things. And I want this to be, price it, mark it up a minimum of 25%, please. Make a profit on this, guys. And then just pick a day that you put it all together every month, or you could build them out 3 months at a time or whatever that would be. And then you'll have a list, you'll have a community that buys from you, you'll have revenue. And then from this opportunity, you'll be able to go to other companies and offer discounts. So people maybe want to pay to have an advert in your subscription box for the month. You know, you have the opportunity to like, I want to have access to your community, but I also want you to do a video about this. I want to offer a free, we're gonna chart Charlie golden ticket this, and one of your subscription boxes is gonna get a golden ticket for like a free robot fish, right? Like there's a great way for you to tie in a lot of opportunities with something like that.
Love these ideas. So here we go. Let's look at the video for a little bit.
Sure.
Today I'm going fishing from a boat for my very first time ever, and I am so excited. It's a beautiful fall day outside today, so let's hope that the fishing is good too. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. I'll see you guys out at the lake.
So already very high energy.
Yeah, I mean, especially because it's fishing, the world's second most boring activity next to golf. So I am proud of him just for doing that.
Oh man, burn on fishing. Sorry, fishing. You had it coming.
It's your own fault.
Yes. This is really cool. I love the energy. I like the way you introduced the video. You did do the things we've been saying not to do, but you did them so quickly. I wouldn't even complain about it. You did the branded intro for a second, less than that. You said to subscribe, but you kind of slipped it in there. You got in, you got out. You didn't beg for it. You just kind of said, by the way, you could subscribe. It's a thing you can do. Here we go. And
I love the chat right now. Sorry about the fishing. I feel attacked. Rest in peace, fishers. Sorry, it's just really funny. I gave him a solid business strategy. Okay.
You did.
Solid.
You did. Like, that's such a cool plan. And you can start working on that right now.
I think he doesn't have a lot. If he just got 1 or 2 subscribers from his viewers, like his channel is one of those ones that isn't going to be Braille skateboarding. It's a very specific target demographic, because honestly, even fishers, fishermen, people that fish, whatever they're called. I'm sorry, I do not know the lingo. As you can tell, I'm not like a fisher, an audio, whatever it is. But even people of a certain age are not going to watch this. Like people who are older, they're like, no, that kid's too much for me. I am out. So I think that he's really targeting like an under 35, maybe under 30 demo that wants to fish, likes to fish, and is making it fun. And I think because people are so used to this kind of content, this kind of speed, this kind of energy, which is not something, again, that's associated with fishing, high energy, being active and noisy and crazy. Like, I think people are here for it. I think you could very easily do it. Like I said, you just need, let me give you some math. You just need 100 people to give you $50 a month to make a salary, $60,000 a year. Okay. All he needs is 100 people to sell $50 subscriptions to. Okay.
Yeah.
Today,
So there you go. Best of luck to you, R&B Fishing. And then next up was the Awkward Unboxer, which is, by the way, what a fantastic name for a channel.
That's what I was like. I was so excited to find this one. And it really is awkward because like when you play one of his videos, when you watch his videos, it's almost like I'm expecting like a ninja or a thief to be the person unboxing this because of the gloves and the razor and how he does it. Looks like it's in like a clean room. Like I just expect him to be in the white room that's in all the Batman movies. You know, I don't know about it. What makes it awkward though? It just seems like a tech unboxing to me.
The shh at the beginning was a little bit uncomfortable.
That's because he's telling us to be quiet. You need to listen.
I just love the energy.
Right?
It's tense. It's not like usually I'd say, oh, get to the unboxing already, but this is like working. It's just the tension that's being built up is really good.
It is. Like I said, it's just so, it's like intentional long pauses like a comedy show.
Yeah. So what I'll say, like, you know how we see these no commentary channels and we're like, you got to talk, you got to do this. Like, if you go into it with a plan and a purpose, you can absolutely have a channel where you don't talk.
Yeah.
And you do things slow. And if you do it the right way, it works. And this is a really good example of that.
Yes. Like you couldn't do this as a cooking channel. Like you couldn't awkwardly cook slowly. Everything would burn. You know?
I mean, it's so good.
It
even Rob was like, I have to see this.
Whoa.
Hi, Rob.
Wasn't expecting you to drop me in that quickly. So what have we got here? Surgical unboxings.
Yeah, it's the awkward unboxer.
Awkward unboxing.
Okay.
We've just been enjoying how they do these videos.
It's an experience, isn't it?
Yeah, everything is just painfully slow, but like in an artistic way.
Oh, I see. So how long is the video in total?
This one is almost 20 minutes.
18 minutes. Oh my goodness.
I'm curious what the retention is on this.
Yeah, I'd be very curious to see that.
So all the rules about like the hook and making it snappy and stuff, there are times
This
when you
is
just
the anti
throw it out of the window. Yeah.
We were like Dan said, it's like there's all the things we tell you to do, and then there's like intentionally not doing it, and it just works.
So
my advice around this, my business advice around this is from what it would be like, obviously the link in bio situation, taking people to where they could buy stuff, making merch. Again, this is another merch. Like I think literally the shirts could be make it awkward. Like that needs to be what his merch is in that, like, and then he could do it like brand the band, like the awkward unboxer. And I think that could be a whole thing. You could make it dirty or not dirty if you want to, like, that's totally up to you. You know, you could do textured merch of some kind if you wanted to, that'd be your thing. I was going to say though, his thumbnails, even though there's a lot of intentional awkwardness, I think that we need to have variety in our thumbnails because they're just too similar. It's hard to know like what the difference is and what I'm getting into here. And I think that if you're about being awkward, make your thumbnails kind of awkward.
Yeah, I think there's an opportunity there for sure. I'm noticing that they're doing these basically a 1-minute video for next to every long form video, but it's not vertical. So it's not like they're doing shorts.
Yeah.
And what's really curious is it seems that the 1-minute videos don't do as well. Well, it's kind of hit and miss. Like this one, we got 200 views, but I kind of wonder if you had tested this out in shorts, and you do have shorts here, if you would have some different luck. And it does look like some doing better than others.
I don't like the branding.
Yeah. What do you think? Just zoom in, Dan, and focus on the center of a frame.
Yeah, we don't really need this, like the Morris the Awkward Unboxer, full video and description.
No one cares about you.
Yeah, if you do enough of these and people like them, they'll find you. you know, YouTube's going to recommend your long form videos to them as it is, and then they may go, that was really cool, and I want to see what else they unbox, what else they get into. So there you go. So we gave you some business tips. We like the videos. Give you some thumbnail tips. Rob, so you just got here. We're way off the rails today, doing a little bit differently. So Desiree's picked out so many channels that we may not even, we're hoping to get to some randoms later in the day. But there's just so many interesting channels that Desiree's picked out here ahead of time.
Are those are all still to do?
Yes.
Blooming heck, what, 90 minutes into the live stream here?
There were so many good ones to look at, and I loved that I just wanted to add in variety. This is a shorts channel, by the way. There was so much great variety, and I wanted to like pull them in to talk about different things. But I liked this because it's a cooking channel that's shorts.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the views. We're getting a couple thousand on a lot of these videos. 4,000, 8,000, 3,200, 2,100, 6,400. Yeah, so they're doing a lot of good stuff here. So we're giving some business advice as to what, like, how these channels can leverage, you know, make some money. And we are falling into channel audit mode quite a bit as well. But I think we're having fun, and we're giving a lot of value. So just to catch you up, Rob.
Sounds good.
Let's go ahead and play this one and see what we got. So right away, I'm feeling like the text that they're putting on is a little bit small.
Yes. It's like they're trying not to make it so big that it interferes with what you're seeing, but you kind of need to.
I wonder if it's an intentional ploy so that you watch the visuals the first time around, and then on the second loop, that gives you an opportunity to read the text. Just a counter thought here. Because I've noticed on TikTok especially, people seem to use really small text, which I can't read.
Because you're old like us.
Because I'm old and I wear glasses.
Yeah.
So I feel as if I'm excluded from as a generational thing. Which is fine.
Have you heard of the millennial pause?
No,
what is
millennial pause?
So the millennial pause is when someone's like starting a video or a piece of content, there's always a pause. Like you're waiting for the internet to start, or you're waiting for it to actually start recording.
Right.
You know, people go live and they're like, is everyone here? Are we live? Okay, let's do it. It's kind of like that. So it's like, it's this whole thing. So it's like, it's intentional. Like if you want to not age yourself or make you seem irrelevant, don't have the millennial pause and like get into it, almost like cut yourself off at the start of your content. It's very, very interesting psychology around it. So
I'm going to embrace that and add a dial-up modem noise to the beginning of all of my videos.
Please tag me in that. I want to make sure I don't miss that.
Desiree told me to do this.
In small text on the screen.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it again. So business opportunities here, Desiree. It's a shorts channel, so I'm really curious to hear your ideas here because I think there's opportunities in shorts. People don't talk about it a whole lot. A lot of people still think, well, it's short, so there's not much of a point in making them. They're not even monetized yet. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like you can learn a lot from like Amazon finds. Like hashtag Amazon finds on TikTok is a big one. A lot of people will like go to my link in bio to buy all the stuff. Get the list. We talked about Amazon a lot. You can do this again with anything that you want to be an affiliate for, because there's a lot of affiliate programs that aren't just with Amazon. Almost every merchandise, like for example, I have a thing I use called the PlexiCam. It's what holds my camera over my monitor. So like how my monitor is positioned is like there's the camera, right? This is the camera, but it's on like a special tripod for the monitor. So I'm not like looking up or looking down when I'm talking. I have it like over your face when I'm talking. But the item itself, the PlexiCam, I have an affiliate link for this actual item. So if I want to talk about it in a video, I can say, go get the link in my description to get your own PlexiCam. And then, you know, it usually comes like a discount code or something. So I think when you're talking about cooking shows or you're talking about anything that has merchandise or things people need in order to accomplish whatever you're doing, have a link to a store or to that item specifically. And the vast majority of companies will have a special affiliate where you can work with them because they're probably happy to have you feature their items. And they will give you a 20 to 25% sale versus like Amazon would be 1 to 4%, right? So you kind of can get more if you work directly with them. And then you could offer them like UGC rights, like user generated content rights, where they can use it for their marketing. And it's this whole opportunity. So on that subject, if you're good at creating vertical video, everything is going vertical from ads, and the ads have to look like UGC, like someone made it, not like a company or an advertiser made it. So there's a lot of opportunity if you are good with shorts where you could be a UGC creator where you're just getting paid by companies to create content. We do that at my agency. I have a whole set on the other side of my monitor here that's for capturing. We have a client that does like winter wear accessories, scarves, hat, and gloves. And so we just create content for them. Like that is a whole opportunity. So you could be doing that for all of these customers that you are creating content for already. They can pay you to create content for them. And then you also can get the affiliate sales off of the items.
Yeah. Wow. So that's I was not expecting that. I was expecting, oh well, the blender, you know, they could put a link to that in the description.
We already talked about that. You told me at the beginning. We're not talking about affiliate marketing anymore.
I didn't mean to say we weren't talking about it anymore. I was just saying we can always reference that if we need to at the beginning of the live stream.
Amazon video influencer program. Do it.
Just imagine where this space might be in 12 months' time now, because I'm assuming that YouTube are going to integrate shopping more into shorts, especially where there's actually a
link,
tappable call to action that says tap this, buy this.
Instagram already does. Instagram does it. Instagram has shopping integrated into the platform. And we know YouTube's been working on shopping from a live perspective. And I'm hoping that they realize what a monumental failure live shopping is in America at the very least, because Amazon is struggling with it. Because they're like, because it's so successful in China, but it's not like our culture here. Like we already did that. It's called QVC. Right? So
Yep.
it's a whole different thing, right? But I think that they see Instagram has the shop link, and then they do the thing that they're going to figure out, and they have to ask themselves is, do we take a percentage of the sale, or do we just let this work for that creator and then make money off of the ad? Right. It's kind of figuring like that piece out, because in TikTok sponsored ads, you can hit the button to go buy it. And if it's a good ad, you don't realize it's an ad.
Yeah. So that's a lot of opportunities there. If you're not playing around with shorts and you have some ideas, you absolutely should be playing around with shorts.
Do it.
And now YouTube separated these. So there's like 2 different channels in one.
There's also one for live. Like you'll have a live, like you live, they have a live one too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
I really like it. Did you also notice that you can click on the shorts, and when you scroll down, it plays the next short on that channel?
Oh, that finally.
Random one.
Look at that.
Oh, right. Okay, that's interesting.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Well, be like a shorts playlist.
Let me counter with this, Desiree. Dan, go to the video tab. This isn't going to work now, but let's hope it does. Click on this video. Come on, show. So minimize our video scorecard.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
I didn't do it. So for me, under the first thumbnail, there is now a shorts shelf panel. And most of the shorts showing there are your own videos. And that is really, really interesting.
In desktop?
In desktop, yeah.
That's nice.
There'll be like
I know
a little
they have the short shelf on mobile. So, but like I said, they're making these little adjustments, and I'm not mad at them. I'm happy about it.
A Squared Productions, or A Squared Productions, probably just A Squared. I probably said it wrong. A Squared, 21,000 subscribers, 4 videos. How many shorts? Lots of shorts.
Okay, I really liked their shorts. So watch one for context.
I don't want to watch about teeth. How about this one?
GIF or GIF? Most people pronounce it GIF, but the creator of GIF says it's pronounced GIF. But even the creator
he's wrong.
Would pronounce this word as gift. Plus, the G in GIF stands for graphical with a hard G. So, which is it? Subscribe if you think this peanut butter lover is wrong and that it's pronounced GIF. Is it pronounced?
So I was at Adobe Max, and they said it's GIF, not GIF. So
yes, because they're right.
I've always wanted. I want the GIF peanut butter, like the one that they do that's got the GIF on it. I think it's awesome. Anyway, but I really love this style of short content, because I also like that at one point in the videos, he shows up as the creator.
Really?
What is going on?
I have to know.
Oh. I like that. So he shows, I like it. That's very informational, and it's very specific to like help with all of this stuff. I love that is like
Twitter
how the content does it. Like he's giving information in a short, fast way. It's got really simple B-roll, and he's just using images too, which I think is also super impressive for most part. And he's got the text on the screen. Like I think this is like the perfect example of shorts gone right, when from like an informational standpoint versus like just showing it.
Yeah, excellently produced shorts, snappy, fast, highly polished, excellent voice narration. Can't fault them. And it looks like they are ostensibly a shorts channel, right? Because they just had 1 or 2 longs which weren't doing anything.
Yeah, they tried a few different things.
They were,
didn't really take
I think
off.
He found his format. And I think I had what makes me want to ask the question: if he did long form content in this style, would it translate?
Yeah.
In that kind of way, right? It's just a very interesting thing for me when I talk about it from a business perspective. Like this is again where merchandise I think would play in really well, and affiliates would play in really well. And I also think that there is opportunity for this to be a replicatable formula, so that almost like the business is having YouTube channels of this style, right? Because it doesn't really have him as part of it. One of the things that you can see is like niche specific channels in a specific style. So he could do the voiceovers. So maybe he has a whole shorts channel that is just about tech, and then a whole shorts channel just about internet conspiracies, a whole shorts channel about teeth, like right? So it just like don't do one about teeth, but like it breaks up like that specific style of content if it's quick to produce and he can record it pretty quickly. Because my thinking is that he's got a team that produces the content, and then he just kind of maybe comes up with the script, and then they put it all together for him. So he could really the business opportunity is to have multiple shorts channels, which then can almost be multiple vertical video channels around specific topics that could increase his revenue opportunity.
This one, I'm not surprised there's 1.4 million views, because it's the thumbnail it chose for them was amazing. But like, why did they make robot bees? I wouldn't be surprised if this was being developed, but you're basically saying, no, it's a thing right now. Like that's terrifying. And also, no wonder everyone's clicking on this. Like the statement is so bold.
Well, I'm sure it should have been a short shelf along with like people that talked about robots and bees and conspiracy theories and the Matrix and all that.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, there you go. So yeah, amazing production value, and I love that. Not only as business advice, but that would be what I would be giving as advice as well, just for the video productions. Like, you've already mastered this. Now can you like branch out into different channels, because you found your specialty. Now like really go for it.
Yeah, it seems like a super duplicatable process. Like it's all B-roll. It's all B-roll.
Yeah.
So just if this channel was to try and dabble again in long form content, if we took the example of, is it pronounced GIF or GIF? Could they maybe take 3 mispronounced or different pronunciation words and turn it into like a 1 minute 20, 1 minute 30 video? Because I think all the long form stuff was like 5 minutes plus, Dan, if you can just confirm for me.
85% GIF, by the way.
So it was definitely a much different audience in terms of length of content. And the idea might be that you want to keep the very same snappy, quick fire shorts content, but just almost like merge 3 shorts into one.
Yeah.
And try that as an experiment. So you're not committing too much time and effort as well. And you can test it with because these probably took, 5 to 10 times the amount of time it took to make a short. And maybe you quickly realize that it wasn't worth doing.
I find that it's actually, well, okay, hold on. Let's watch one of these.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what the production value is.
If something is free, you are the product. Hello and welcome back.
Already, it's a very different viewing vibe.
Right.
And the audience is probably going to react very differently. Now, if you started with long form content and it was very successful, you'd have a completely different audience enjoying this content. But perhaps the translation of a time is just not working. It's almost like repeat the shorts style in long form content, but appreciate that you'll probably be able to maintain somebody's attention for about 1.5 minutes rather than 8 minutes.
Right. So next up was, where'd it go? This one, Tropiscape Aquatics, which we saw yesterday.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Well,
He was
yeah.
on my list. I just liked it. I liked his thumbnails and I liked that it was focused on, it was so specific.
Yeah, we never got into the business side of it yesterday, so I let it go anyway because I thought that was it was a really cool channel. We talked about it for quite a bit yesterday.
Yeah,
in
we
fact.
loved this channel. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so my thoughts from like a business perspective is this is around having the right partnership. So either this person has their own store where people can buy stuff from them, or they have a partnership with a store that does it. So where do those links go? Is it all Amazon?
Amazon. You know, what's that called that people use? It's like smart links or something, whereby
Genius links.
Genius links. So you don't need to have two separate ones for US and Canada. Like it would take them to wherever they need to go automatically.
So it'd be you, but this is where the opportunity for drop shipping, auto shipping, and subscriptions comes into play. So I know for me, now I'm a dog owner. I'm a dog and rabbit owner technically, and so I have a bunch of stuff on auto ship for like dog food. I have an elderly dog who has to do like special joint medicine. I have to have hay auto sent to my house the way that like there's never like hungry animals in my life, right? Because hungry animals are mean animals. And so I feel like this is where the opportunity could lie. Like, okay, especially if it's his own business or a company that he could get like a 25%, 20% affiliate from, where it could like auto ship maintenance items for everything that he's doing. Or it could just almost be like a drip system. Like, okay, I bought this water system thing that cleans it every month. Now I also need, but then that you could ship it, and then it could be like if there's maintenance for it, it could auto ship, or it could be like, hey, do you also need this for your fish? Because usually people that buy this also buy this on a regular basis. Would you like to get? And then it gets that percentage of those subscriptions. And I also think there's an opportunity if you make your own product, or you should make your own product, and then you could sell that and review it as well to get the word out about it as well. Like I said, the PlexiCam that I use, like the perfect example about it. It's a problem that is solved. Everyone is always doing Zoom calls and not having eye contact and looking all weird. So find a way to make a product that you can sell to this audience very swiftly. And then always build an email list. Like, what's your too good to be free offer? It's probably like your checklist for a proper tank cleaning system or something like that. Like, and get people on the list whenever you make new videos.
Fish houses. Build fish houses. Sell them to fish.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That could be a subscription every quarter. Every quarter you get a new fish house.
Fish house of the month.
Fish house of the month. There you go. Fish house of the quarter of the season. I think a fish house would be really hard every month.
Earlier, we said that fishing channels have to do something that's boring, fishing, but this is different. Like fish tanks not boring. Fishing boring, fish tanks not boring. So sorry, fishing channels.
Fish tanks are so much work. Like, you're talking about like controlling something's ecosystem.
Yeah, I don't want a fish tank. Yeah. They look cool though.
However, don't go fishing in your fish tank. Like, don't mix those two together. It's probably
a lot of people are doing like remote stuff now, remote work and play, but like don't find a way to fish at home. Like that's just
We did audit that channel yesterday, Dan. And now think about it, these two channels could blend perfectly. The one that did the hand carved fishing bait.
The fishing lures. Yeah, so that I hope they were watching today, because Desiree gave another fishing lure channel the tip that they could sell their own lures, and that person with their handcrafted lures would be like,
is it lure or lure?
Oh yeah, lure's probably more. I don't know. I say words wrong.
I thought a lure.
The listeners
do my lure, but I don't know. I had said with the lure guy with the he could manage it himself. So that's why I suggested the subscription box. He could do a lure of the month, and it would come with like, he could do it at home, like 50 to 100 people limited to it. So he could put his own price tag on it so people want it. And then it would come with like a laminated card with like how to use it. Because, when you go out fishing, it could get wet, right? So it laminated, and he could keep it and he could have it. And then like he could do a video where it's like, you could fish with me as the lure club. So it was a whole thing.
The editing in this video, just as we were watching it like quietly, was really strong. So I'm curious to see, like, just watch like 30 seconds.
Aeration is a controversial topic found everywhere in this hobby, but it shouldn't be, and here's why. Surface agitation is a byproduct of aeration. Agitation helps promoting gaseous exchange in the water by removing any surface film. Surface film prevents the gaseous exchange from occurring, meaning that CO2 will get trapped in the water. This isn't a good thing, as CO2 levels will quickly rise to very high levels of concentration. But more CO2 is a good thing, right? No.
I just think it was really strong editing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good.
The only thing that would make it better is if he had the sing-along song dot that goes over the word that he's on. Like just script will have boxes behind the word that he's on. Like that's what, because closed captions, like they have like the movement to it. I think that would be like a good way to graphically hold attention. If he made a little fish, it'd be really cute. But with the script and have like the block behind it.
And then interspersed throughout, you have 2-second clips of Baby Shark. They're just coming randomly, and like the views like.
Oh my gosh! No,
did I see that?
So the only thing I was going to say, and this is probably me overthinking it, is maybe they talk a little bit over your head in the intro. Like, I think you can ease into the really technical stuff, but I don't know. Maybe if
I don't
you're
think
into
so.
this
I
hobby,
think that it qualifies his audience. I think that
Yeah.
what he's like knows who he's talking to. I have never asked myself this question because I don't have fish, but fish people know if they're coming to this video for a specific thing. I think that this is the lingo that they already are familiar with.
yeah, I think there's an opportunity for this channel to be making beginner entry level content too, though. Like, as someone who doesn't know anything about fish tanks, if I was interested in it, like this would be over my head, but maybe you make a video that's like, here's everything you need to know about, taking care of a fish tank. And then you can even get into these more technical terms, but you can introduce them in a way that would be approachable for a beginner. But that's not for this video.
You're too good to be free offer. Fish tank lingo guide.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because we want to build our email lists.
We saw this channel and this channel. Okay. Ben Van Kirk, build it yourself.
Yes.
So I can already sense, Desiree, that you had some ideas as soon as you saw this channel, because even I'm having some ideas.
So my idea for him is he should sell the instructions and the shopping list of what he makes.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You could charge $4.99 for it. Like, doesn't have to be expensive. It's a very affordable digital product. And it comes with the video, right? If I'm interested in this, I can't tell you how many times I have asked my husband to do something or make something or figure something out, and like trying to figure out what items he needs to buy, like a shopping list, what a hurdle it is, because sometimes the blog is going to do a good job of it, or the Instructable isn't very good or whatever. And then like instructions that also include like a picture. So if he's creating the video, he already has it. So it would be a little bit of time investment out the gate. But as he builds the library, if every single thing he has comes with the option for like a $4.99 digital download for the shopping list, and the step-by-step instruction guide is a PDF, I think that is an opportunity for him. So easy. And then, of course, the merch opportunity that comes to, like, buy my brand tool belt and my sawdust apron and hammer set, like that kind of thing, like a little Babish style.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. And anyone who's clicking your description to like learn how to build this stuff is probably a hot lead. I would say they're definitely willing to pay a few bucks to help have the extra help.
In this video, we're going to take some scraps of some of the finest Oregon black walnut in all the world from Golby Walnut and turn it into this.
Oh, look at the reveal there.
To start,
I think the camera could have zoomed in a little bit, but that was a nice way to introduce the video.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I would love to know what the big deal is about the Golby Walnut.
Yeah, it sounds like that could have been like a sponsor almost, like from this specific like company.
Yeah, I almost feel like the title, like Golby Walnut for this wine caddy. I think the most important thing is like making a wine caddy.
Yeah.
So I would be
build
like,
this wine caddy yourself.
Like DIY wine caddy for the perfect date night. Like that's, I think, where I'd go with it. I feel like that would get more clicks.
Dan, can you just play another 5 seconds? Is the sound terrible?
And a piece of walnut.
No, it's not bad.
Tall enough.
Would be enhanced with a lapel mic, maybe, but I thought it was going to be really bad, but it's not too echoey.
I think he probably has like he's probably in his garage, which is a little bit more enclosed.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it almost, the angle that your camera's at too, it almost feels like your camera's lopsided. on its tripod or something.
Yep.
But it's just the angle needs to be tweaked ever so slightly. I have the same problem with my shelf. It like the way it's angled. I've been playing with that a lot to make it not look like it's going to fall on me. So I just noticed that as well with the windows and stuff.
This is one of those shots where I feel like it's a top down. This should be a good top down shot.
Yeah, there should be 2 angles.
Let you and the subject matter, which is the how to build, is like 1/6 of the screen, and it needs to be the dominant part of the screen.
Oh, no, let's just scrub it down and see what if we've got any alternative shots. Oh, we do. So he is zooming in or taking time out to record important sections of a construction.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. Like I said, so I think that this is a shopping list, a tool list. He could have the affiliates to hit the tools he uses, because it's only DIY if you have all of the tools. So it's how that works.
Yeah. So there you go. Like, you're obviously teaching people to build it. It's not like a satisfaction kind of video where you just watch this thing come together. You're actually taking the time to talk about all the cuts you're making. So yeah, huge opportunity here. That thing looks awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
What about the channel as a whole? What is he getting people to make?
Yeah, if we went to most popular, like what's the thing that people are like, yes. Ooh, the chessboard. I noticed right away. The the deck, a lot of people.
There's quite a big discrepancy there between building a chessboard and a deck, an entire chunk of decking.
Yeah. Could you?
I feel like he could use a rebrand for his name. I feel like Ben Van Kirk build it here. I feel like it needs to find like a theme, like if he does wood or something. I almost just feel like woodworking with Ben or something.
Mm-hmm.
How about BEN it? Flex it, build it. So Bennett, flex it, build it.
It could be a shirt. But
I love this chessboard.
I know it's super nice.
It's really, really nice. I think you should do more games. You should.
I love the hidden door. The hidden door one that's under.
What about a Jenga set?
Yeah, Jenga set. That'd be amazing.
Giant Jenga set.
What's the paid promotion then? I'm curious on what is he selling?
Do you just click on it? How's this work?
No, I think that's just to the support page. So you'll have to go into the description.
Go down to the bottom. Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, the paid prescription never takes you where you want it to go.
Yeah. And they are using affiliate links and stuff like that too. Filmed on a Pixel 5. Nice work there. Yeah. Again, the camera feels lopsided here. I know it's an older video.
Can you remember when we did a video review of that channel like a couple of months ago, Dan? I think it was a fitness channel. And we were saying throughout, it looks like this camera's lopsided. And I think we found out in the comments that their actual entire room was at an angle. Yeah, you're right.
I hope that this guy's house is not. I mean, he does seem to be handy. It'd be kind of against his brand.
Their tripod is missing a foot, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to. That's your next video. You should build something. Okay, so I have bad news. It looks like we had to give the claw a rest this week because we did not get to. That's
guys.
okay. No, don't be sorry.
We all learned so much about business opportunities this week.
You made everyone so much money.
I did. If you go watch if you join vidIQ Max, there's even more ways to make money in there.
Got to pick all of this up now.
It's worth it.
I hate it when I do that, but it's so fun.
Do it to yourself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everyone here can get the richest now because of Desiree's tips. So there's probably something in there that could apply to your channel. Even as something as simple as affiliate links all the way up to making your own products. Like there's a lot here for you to play with. And then yeah, Desiree, like you said, vidIQ Max. There's a presentation. You can go watch it right now if you're in vidIQ Max. It's just there, pre-recorded, hour-long session with even more in-depth information and advice.
I think that due to making our chat not hate me, we might need to do a special gaming business audit live stream.
Okay, a whole live stream dedicated to gaming business audit.
I think it might need to maybe leave it just an hour because everyone is like, where are the gaming channels? Where are the gaming channels? I'm going to come for your throat, Desiree, if you don't do a gaming channel. So I feel like it might need to happen. So, and honestly, though, it makes sense. Like vidIQ, we know, and maybe even entertainment might be the better way to go about it. But like, Guys, if you're in gaming, the rules of everything we talked about still applies to you.
Yep.
Build an email list, get into affiliates, do sponsorships, do digital products like gaming guides, sell, if you're in Minecraft, sell the skins. Now there are so many opportunities that you guys can do within gaming that we can do in these other ones. I specifically chose a lot of first of all, in my defense, Dan sent me the non-gaming list.
I thought there would be a whole bunch of gaming channels throughout the day. It's my fault, really.
And second, we see so many gaming and other channels tend to get missed. Like while I am on as a guest, I watch a lot too, and it's a lot of games. So I think it's good to see what other people create and give them help and attention and love too. So go do the Adobe Max, go do the vidIQ Max, and it'll be super helpful because everything applies to any channel.
Yes, there you go. I have an opportunity coming up here soon to play with these live streams even more. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe like an hour long, like gaming only, something or other.
How to grow your business. How to grow your gaming business.
Yeah, make money as a gaming channel. All right, so stay tuned for that. Bye, everybody. That's it. That's our live stream. You can,
Deuces.
you can
Bye.
go now. See everybody.
Go away. Jeez.
Go. Jeez. What more do you want?